Right, to delve more into the IPL playoffs, we are joined by Shishir Hattangadi, former Mumbai Ranji Trophy captain from Ahmedabad. Shishir, thank you for your time once again. I was going through your tweets last night, Shishir, and you had a question about how a team can lose only 4 wickets in a run chase of 8.5 runs per over and finish with just 144 runs. I'm going to pose that same question to you and ask you for an answer to your original question.
I didn't have the answer, yes, that's why I asked the question. Frankly, I mean, it was pretty much disappointing the way, the Royals chased or planned this chase. You know, it's a T20 game, it's a 120 ball game, and if you lose, you might as well lose with 9 down or 10 down. You know, you don't get any marks for losing fewer wickets in a 20 over game. And that is where I think Royals in a sudden death game have proved to be a little, very disappointing. In fact, the fact that they've been hit by 2 key players not playing or not being available, but the fact is that they did a good job of restricting the KKR on their home turf. They had the advantage of a sluggish pitch to bowl on, and it was important for them to make a statement that without key players we can go down fighting if we have to. This was not a fight, it was a meek surrender, and that is what makes it disappointing, because as underdogs I think they had an opportunity and they let themselves down.
Exactly, Shishir. 87 for 1 after 10 overs, 109 for 1 after 14. You perhaps feel you cannot contest the flak Ajinkya Rahane is facing both for his batting. He scored only 20 of 23 balls in the overs beyond the power play, as well as tactics. What sense did it make to send Stuart Binny at number 5 when you have big hitters in Krishnappa Gautam and Jofra Archer waiting in the dugout?
See, my point is, as you rightly put it, they're an out-of-the-box team. They've been pretty smart in their money ball purchases, other than the Unadkat purchase. But the fact is, over the years, when they've played, they've bought smart, they've played smart, they've thought out of the box. I mean, you have one man in Gautam who's been responsible for the wins that you have achieved in this tournament, and you get him to face only or play 6 balls in a run chase. That is disappointing. I think it actually tells you that there was not much thought. Maybe there was no leadership, in the dugout to give them that perspective, that vision. That look, you need to get in your key players who are capable of winning you games. I know there's a learning from this, and that learning will probably be executed in the next year. But you don't get these opportunities very often to beat KKR, on home turf. This is their bastion. They're not going to give in easily. So you have to be proactive as a team to be able to make an impact. I mean, at the end of the day, what is going to happen? You're going to lose a game of cricket, but you'd rather lose with 9 down than 4 down, 144 in 20 overs. That's like just about 7 and over. That's appalling in the context of T20.
Absolutely, very rightly put, Shishir Hattangadi. 4 key contributors, you could say, to Kolkata's win. We spoke before the match about how it would be spin to win. You wouldn't have imagined with Sunil Narine going for 39 without a wicket in 4 overs that Kolkata spinners would have had a great day, but that's where Piyush Chawla and Kuldeep Yadav came into the party. And also a word on the contribution from the first innings which kept them in the game. Dinesh Karthik with yet another telling contribution, and Andre Russell, of course, with all that muscle at the death.
What I find very encouraging and refreshing, in Dinesh Karthik's leadership is the fact that he seems to be enjoying it. And, though there's pressure, he seems to be proactive, he seems to be encouraging, he's busy. And this body language tells you one thing, that, this change of leadership in KKR over the years, and Dinesh has embraced it, with a lot of affection, if I may put it that way, in terms of the leadership. And what he's doing is enjoying it. He seems to have the confidence in his players, and so do they. And this is where I think somebody like Dinesh Karthik has made a telling impact on the performance of KKR in this IPL. Yes, his batting, he's now the new finisher, so there is that tick in the box for him. but his leadership has added a lot of value to a team, you know, that needs it at times. Yesterday, when they were in that hopeless situation, he came out, played an innings, got them to a level of respectability with Andre Russell. But the fact is, the way he was maneuvering his fielders, his bowlers, when they were out in the field defending that score, gave you an impression that the moment the run rate went above 10, he was going to throttle the opposition, and which he did quite admirably.
And that's something that obviously all of Sunrisers Hyderabad's camp would have taken close stock of. It will be quite the second qualifier, a team with 4 wins in a row against a team with 4 defeats in a row.